Hi everyone, thanks for making the left turn for today, Sunday, October 29th, 2017. I'm George Farrar and welcome back to the George Farrar channel and welcome back to the Farrar Report. I have so much to discuss with you today about the release of the JFK Assassination records that were set to be released. Now, some of those documents were not released. They were held from release per President Trump's agreement with the CIA and the FBI. So I want to take a moment today here on the Farrar Report. Well, I want to go ahead and spend the Farrar Report talking with you about what's going on. And I want to let you know that I think it's time to talk about what's up with the John F. Kennedy assassination. I have profiled President John F. Kennedy in a documentary that I did earlier on this channel. So certainly my ears perked up when I heard the news that not everything was going to be released. And you know, if the government cannot be honest with itself, it sure as heck cannot be honest with the American people. Before we go back looking into history, which I've promised there'll be a lot more of here on this channel, let's take one last look at the present. Let's take a look at 2017, our 45th president, Donald J. Trump. You know, sealed indictments, okay, have been announced, and so the indictments will most likely lead to some arrests. There are going to be some charges. We don't know all the ins and outs of it, related to possibly, certainly financial crimes involving people involved with his campaign administration, possibly collusion with Russia. So when you think about it, you know, we go back and we look at the 1960s, you know, certainly a different time. You know, when we think of President John F. Kennedy, we think of civil rights. We think of the space program. We think of the Cuban Missile Crisis. We remember what happened with the Bay of Pigs. Okay, we remember his great speech in Berlin and his inspirational quote from his inaugural address. Ask not what your country can do for you. Ask what you can do for your country. So here in this picture, President Kennedy is addressing Congress. Behind him, over on our right, is Speaker Sam Rabin. To the left, LBJ, Vice President Lyndon Johnson. So I think we want to think about, too, what might have been. You know, if there's so much secrecy, okay, what might have been? Why did all this happen, okay? So Lee Harvey Oswald shows up in Dallas, gets a job at the Texas School Book Depository, you know, and I talked about this in my documentary. I've talked about these things. I don't want to get all really hung up on some of the details, but there was a lot going on, especially in Mexico, with Lee Harvey Oswald, Mexico City, and there's some things that people are just now coming to light on. And yet, back in 1963, American history, you know, it changed course because President Kennedy was killed, Vice President Lyndon Johnson became president, and history, you know, developed, changed. So much was hidden. And then, of course, there were so many questions right after the assassination. But before the questions could be adequately answered and justice served, American justice wasn't served. But in some ways, what we have here, we have Jack Ruby shooting Lee Harvey Oswald in the basement of the Dallas jail, downtown Dallas, Texas. So, I mean, you have all of this happening, and these things that are hidden, and it's unfortunate. Um, so I'm going to leave you with this image of former First Lady Jackie Kennedy, later Jacqueline Kennedy Onassis, with uh, uh, John Kennedy Jr., Caroline Kennedy, and then we see above on the steps Robert Kennedy, himself assassinated in 1968. Okay, so I guess I look at what might have been. We think about Camelot, but we also think about what was this course, a certain course in American history, where things suddenly veered off into a different direction. And so I promised more history on this channel, and I'm going to be delivering it to you. So, it's kind of like, that infomercial, but wait, there's more. Yeah, but wait, there's more. I've got more to say about the JFK assassination. I have more to bring you. Okay. I have more to talk about the document release. Okay. This is to wet your whistle. Okay. This Farrar report is to kind of wet your whistle about what's coming down the road here on this channel. We're going to have I'm going to be looking here at not only U.S. history, but you're going to get documentaries of Jacksonville history. I'm looking at the feasibility of bringing in other history shows I've done in the past. And you could always check out the Jack's Left channel on YouTube, where this fall this November, I'm working on a show called Jack 76, Profiling Jacksonville in the year 1976. And so it's something I'm really excited about. It's one thing that I have really feel that I've been able to develop here on YouTube and bring to you, and it's something that's positive. And I'm not afraid to look at issues and things that were going on at the times that I'm investigating and looking at. Okay, so it's not always a bright, sunshiny day, but on History Jacksonville, I go to some great places, some amazing places. I look at some amazing times, some excellent people that really made the city to be what it is today. So History Jacksonville is something I've been considerably working on. And like I said, I'm thinking of trying to bring these shows to you here, but I want to find the best way to do it. So something I'm looking at, I'll keep you posted. On Facebook, I have The Left Turn, a news group for progressives. The Left Turn News Group is what it's called. And we take a look at international, national affairs. And so definitely check it out. Check things out on Facebook. Also, History Jacksonville on Facebook. History USA on Facebook also. I'm trying to do some different things here on this channel. And I want to thank you for sticking with me. And there's a lot to bring you, a lot to talk about. Take it easy. See you later.